just a mess.
You know, Chuck, if there's a very, very close play, you say, the ball might have come out, it might have been out of bounds, that's a tough one. They should already be looking at it in New York and have a decision made before the challenge flag comes out. And then it'd be like tennis. They make a decision in 2 seconds.
Right, and I'm glad you brought up tennis. You notice with tennis, you challenge it.
They get it right.
And then you see the thing, and does it hit the line or doesn't it?
They're the only sport that gets it right. The replay.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
The apps to grab?
You know, it's great to have technology. I'm not some old stodgy idiot. You're not one of those guys. Oh my God, if we have the technology, what's taking so long? Why can't the guy in the booth get it down to the next guy? Why can't we do it right? I don't understand it. That makes a lot of sports fans feel like,
hey, Chucky, can you hang on to another segment? I want to ask you about Urban Meyer on the other side.
Let's do. Urban does not like to play Indiana.
Another segment will bring something.
Jacksonville Jaguars, and you're listening to NBC's Thomas looks over at the Seattle Seahawks sideline and decides to give them the middle finger. You may not like the fact your organization has decided to play hardball with you financially. When you're flicking off the sideline, you're in essence flicking off your teammates. Did Russell Wilson do something to you? Yeah, he did. He got a big contract. He probably took money out of your pocket because he had a salary cap. Charles did nothing but stand by you.
Die.
I'm venturing to guess, despite the loss, the Colts players are more excited about their future in that defeat than they would have been had they not. And for that matter, Frank Reich walks away as a coaching winner. He decided this is what defines what my team is going to be. We will not take losing. We will not take time. We only go for wins. All the shots are NBC Sports Radio.
ChocK.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Bell, and I invited you here to my hotel room to talk about your cheeks. The big, beautiful cheeks. Get your mind out of the gutter, I'm talking about swabbing them. Did you guys know that each year 20,000 Americans with blood cancer are searching for their life-saving marrow map? Can you even believe that? I mean, people need marrow, you guys, and we have it. So here's how we can help. It's really, really simple. All you have to do is swab your cheek. This cheek. Then go to Gift of Life Marrow Registry. It's so easy, anyone can do it. And in case you're wondering, if you're a match, donating, it's a lot easier than you think. So wherever you are, go ahead and swab that cheek. Go to giftoflife.org and get a free kit sent to your home, or find a donor drive in your area so that you can swab a cheek and save a life. It's only a minute of your time, but it can give someone else the rest of their life.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed to the unknown. Too tired? Family trip? Part-time job? Helping around the house? Sick day? Starting the holiday early? Just because? Oh, there. Hey there.
18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will qualify and kids cannot graduate high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Access is now. Keep track of your students on board today. Brought to you by U.S. Army and Navy Council.
Don't sweat it. You can always catch up on the podcast. Right now, we're back with more NBC Sports Radio.
Mark, kind enough to join us for another segment. My buddy, who I worked with back in the day locally and nationally from the great Kylie and Boone Show, one of the great sports talk show hosts of all time, and stand-up comic as well touring the country, and a very, very funny man. My buddy, Chuck Boone. Chuck, thanks for holding on with us.
Oh, my pleasure, David. By the way, we got a barn burner while you and I are on the air.
Yep.
Kentucky 14, A&M 14, end of regulation, College Station.
Wow.
How about that? And
Kentucky
that's
going
my
for
alma mater.
Oh, yeah. Wow, Kentucky going for 6-0, Chucky, and Benny Snell, a Heisman candidate, the running back.
Absolutely a Heisman candidate, and we have not been 6-0 since 1950.
Chuck, I want to ask you, you being in Northern Ohio, Ohio State, another win today coming off that great come-from-behind win over Penn State last week. What was the feeling about Urban Meyer locally in Northern Ohio about the whole incident with the domestic violence and supposedly hiding it and not reporting it and not firing the assistant coach? And do you think the suspension was warranted, not long enough? Maybe he shouldn't have been suspended at all. What was your feeling on that?
Well, I'm going to do something different here, David. I think it's a fantastic question, by the way. So let me start there. I'm going to do something that, as a Midwest guy, I always turn
Now you
West Coast people and turn it on my own. Of course, I lived in L.A. for 10 years, and, but I'm going to turn it on you first and say, what did the people on the coast think? I know what some of my friends in New York thought. A couple friends in L.A. What did you think? And then I'll tell you what they thought in Ohio, and I think you might be surprised.
Well, I predicted he'd probably get a 2 to 4 game suspension to be politically correct, and I thought the thing kind of fell apart when the accuser's own mother said she was making on him and she was doing it just to get back at Urban Meyer and get back at her ex-husband because he was cheating on her. And her own mother said she was making up the domestic violence stuff. So I said, okay, that does it for me. They'll probably give him a 2 to 4 week suspension, and then he'll be back.
Again, that's what makes you one of the best in the country. Most all my friends on the East and West Coast were like, he's got to go, ba-da-da-da-da-da. In the Midwest, nobody thought that. Here's what we thought. And it's pretty plain language, family-oriented, whatever. He was close, obviously, to that kid. That kid was the grandson of Earl Bruce.
Yep.
Earl Bruce was Urban Meyer's, you know. Yeah, it's his mentor, it's his God. And he tried to help him, and then when it became violence and everything, it was him and his wife trying to help them as a couple. Now, I don't know you, David, but I know 3 or 4, at least in my circle of friends, and not just in Cleveland, but around the country, that are in those dysfunctional relationships. And it's hard. It's really hard. What do you do? Do you say, what's the matter with you? Get away from this maniac, you know, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Or do you say, look, we can work this out. My wife's talking to your wife. Dude, we can calm this down. I think that's what Urban Meyer tried to do, and it went haywire on him. And I can tell you in my own life, I have a couple down the street that I adore both of them, and it goes on every day. And what do? You know, there is no right answer. It's not our life. It's not our lives as sports fans to go, what's going on? It's not us to judge about what may or may not have gone on. But Urban Meyer is exactly back where he should be as the head coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes, in my opinion.
This was great stuff, Chucky. We're up against the break here. Tell us where we can hear you now with the podcast before we let you go.
Yeah, I'm doing a podcast every day called Booms and the Boys, B-O-O-M-S, and no B-O-Y-Z, no. Booms and the Boys, the way you'd want to spell it.com. You can go there, check it out. It's been going great. We get a lot of national guests. We just had Jerry Springer on last week, a good friend of mine. And we're having a lot of fun. David, let me tell you this, dude. You have been great for years. And NBC Sports would be lucky to have you. And I'm here anytime you need me, buddy.
Thank you, Chucky. Thank you. Good job, my friend. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks. Take care, buddy.
There he goes, the great Chuck Movie. He is a funny man. If you ever see his stand-up act. And really, one of my favorite sports talk show hosts of all time. Boy, he brings it. He brings it. He's opinionated. We have a lot in common. It's Dave Smith here at NBC Sports Radio, NBCSportsRadio.com.
Your NBC Sports Radio update starts now.
Let's get to the college football scoreboard. Games in progress right now. UCLA hanging in there against number 10 Washington, down only 24-17 now about midway through the fourth quarter, trying to pull off a big upset. Central Florida 48-20 over SMU. That one has gone final. Kentucky and Texas A&M in overtime right now, tied at 14. The Wildcats trying to go to 6-0. Georgia 38-6 over Vanderbilt. That one late in the third quarter. Let's get to the final scores from earlier today. Alabama 65-31 over Arkansas. Another great game for Tua. Ohio State 49-26 over Indiana. 6 touchdown passes for Dwayne Haskins. Clemson 63-3 over Wake Forest. LSU, their first loss of the year, 27-19 to LSU. And in the Red River Shootout, how about this one? Dicker the kicker. Cameron Dicker in the last second. It's up. It's good. Texas 48, Oklahoma 45. Stays with you at NBC Sports Radio.
As he's being carted off the field, Earl Thomas looks over at the Seattle Seahawks sideline and decides to give them a little finger. You may not like the fact the organization has decided to play hardball with you financially. When you're flicking off the sideline, you're in essence flicking off your teammates. So did Russell Wilson do something to you? Yeah, he did. He got a big contract and probably took money out of your pocket because of it. It hurts the salary cap. And you mad at Pete Carroll who's done nothing but stand by you?
forest ranger. We never did.
Sorry.
That was a joke. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com. Only you can predict wildfires.
Everybody buckle up. Buckle up. Buckle up. Buckle up.
Our light goes on in the car, but you're in control. So only move when you hear the click that says they're buckled up. Buckle up until they buckle up. Learn more at SaveTheCar.gov/buckle up. Message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This is the Dave Smith Show. Listen anywhere, online, or with the app. This is NBC Sports Radio and NBCSportsRadio.com.
You know, the game I'm watching right now, this was, for those of you in the seedy underworld of gambling, this is what you call the trap game. This is what you call a look-ahead game. UCLA against Washington. Now, I don't know what the point spread was, but Washington's got Oregon next week, and that is their biggest rivalry game, even more than the Apple Cup in Washington State. The border war between Oregon and Washington is pure hatred these days. You know, and it's a relatively new thing as well. But you kind of see this one coming. Washington, UCLA hanging in there against the Huskies, although the Huskies are down to around the UCLA 10-yard line, looking to go up by 14, and this will be 0-5 for Chip Kelly if Washington wins. A horrendous start. But it's funny, when I did sports talk radio up in Portland, Oregon for a couple of years, doing noon to 3 every day, Monday through Friday. And my father, the late, great Don Smith, one of the greatest human beings who ever lived, my best friend, he always told me the hatred was between Oregon and Oregon State, the Civil War every year. My father, being born and raised in Portland, Oregon, and growing up there and graduating from high school there, before he went into World War II, he hated Oregon State with a blinding, white-hot passion. And you know, the Oregon State fight song is OSU, our hats are off to you. And the fans of the University of Oregon, I can only say the first line. If I say anything past the first line, it'll be an FCC violation and I'll never work again. But the first line is, instead of OSU, our hats are off to you, it's OSU, our pants are off to you. That's the way Oregon, and then the lines that come after that, I can't say on the air. That's how much my father hated Oregon State. So when I got up there and I'm doing sports talk radio, and I said, Dad, the hatred isn't for Oregon State anymore, it's for Washington. He said, no, that's not true. We didn't hate. We kind of like Washington. We cheered for the Huskies, when they weren't playing Oregon. I said, no. It's the border war. And boy, I don't know if I've ever seen hatred in a rivalry like Oregon and Washington. And when I was up there, that's when Chip Kelly was at Oregon, and great things were happening, going to national championship games. LaMichael James, Darren Thomas, remember him as the quarterback, and Marcus Mariota. It was special what was going on up there. And the hatred between Oregon and Washington was something like I'd never witnessed before. So Oregon and Washington are playing next week, and you can kind of see maybe this was a little bit of a trap game, as Washington now is down to the Bruins'